All right, guys, I am picking up on your masculine's energy as being very distracted tonight. It could be maybe even this weekend because I feel like they're zoning in and out of thoughts of you. It could even be sensual thoughts, which is why it's so distracting. But if they've got plans to be places this weekend or do things with people, I do see that they're really going to be distracted over what it is you're doing or when they can see you again. It's like this anxiousness. Maybe you're busy this weekend, and that makes them feel like they're all zoned into whatever it is you have going on. I feel like someone they just feel attached to you. Maybe you guys have been spending time together more than usual, and this is like one of the first weekends that's coming up that you guys aren't going to see one another, and they're kind of bugging on it, like, okay, what do you have going on? Or they're just distracted. Now, I do see a lot of people trying to get their attention, and it's like they have to stay focused. I don't know if they have work events going on this weekend. I see someone who maybe has like appointments or clients, or maybe they're going to a wedding or a party, because I see a lot of people approaching them and being like, hello, like, did you hear what I said? Or like, are you paying attention? Somebody could be saying to them like, hey, what's wrong with you? Like, get it together. And they really are trying to get it together, but they are longing for you, longing for a chance to see you again. I don't know what you have going on, Divine Feminine, but I keep getting this pull that, I don't know, maybe you are busy with going out. Maybe you've got a girls' night out. Maybe you are busy with family stuff. Again, I feel like you guys are used to spending time together, but you got busy and he's uneasy about it. Okay, I'm also seeing like, call me when you're home or call me when you get home. So he could be uneasy about you just being out. Like, I can't text you, I'll text you when I get home. That is what is someone's distracted over, is that first of all, like, there's maybe limited contact with you right now and they just can't wait to get their hands on you again. Goodness gracious. What's the main energy like between you two? Okay, so we do have tease. And I feel like it is the thoughts of you or being away from you that ends up creating this feeling of, I can't wait to see you again, or I can't wait to get my hands on you again. So I don't know, I'm sensing like maybe like some naughty messages or naughty text messages, or maybe you guys might get that emotional side of your Divine Masculines this weekend or tonight, where like they're about to lay it down in terms of, being sensual or telling you things that you've never heard them say before, in terms of like craving you or missing you or taking things to the next level. Like, I just keep getting texts around like, the next time I see you, or, wait till I'm with you again. What's one thing you want to do the next time we're together? Like little teases like that is what I am seeing. And again, it has everything to do with something going down this weekend where you guys maybe can't see each other. Let's get into his mind a little bit. What is he thinking about the most? What is he thinking about the most? Okay, maybe that he can't reach you. I am seeing a little bit of frustration here that I'll text you when I get home. He's maybe trying to refrain from texting you, or he could be thinking about a whole bunch of things that he wants to express and say. And I just feel like someone's falling in love with you over this craving to want to be with you romantically or sensually. And it's only hitting them now that you guys can't spend time together this weekend, or something came up where, you've got to leave town or you've got to go here. And it's like, it's hitting him that like, oh shit, like I really do miss her. I can't reach out right now. Because wherever you guys are, I don't know, like I just feel like I keep getting the words family time, so it may just be that you're not able to communicate, and it is teasing him like crazy that he's not able to get to you or know what it is you're doing, or he has to wait until you're home until you guys can communicate. Okay, but he's definitely feeling it in a way that he never has before, which is, I'm getting impatient. I feel a lot of distractions over wondering when I'm going to see you again. Can I leave this meeting early? Can I leave this party early? I wish that you could just leave where it is you are. Can I see you tonight? Many of you might be like, haha, very funny, I'm away for the weekend, or we can't, maybe next week. Okay, what else is on his mind when it comes to craving for you? You could have long hair, Divine Feminine. I just see that he misses your company. You might smell really good. You could be an Aries woman as well, is what I'm getting out of this card. when you two are together, I feel like you've definitely created a lot of moments that are, I'm hearing, engraved into his mind. And with the flame here as well, maybe that's why he's doing all of this sweating, because he's a little bit frustrated, wondering maybe who you're with. I see in this card he feels a little bit of, dreaminess, possessiveness, or a possession over you. And it's like very young, thirsty, hungry energy as well. It's like you make him feel, I don't know, like jealous. Like what's he doing at this age, feeling jealous or feeling this way about you? He should be able to just give you space and do whatever it is he's got to do. But like you're making him feel all of these emotions that he has not felt in a while. And that's why I feel like you two just kind of got used to spending time together on the weekends, and then boop, a little interruption in your little weekend schedule plans, and someone cannot take it. It's like the first weekend that's been interrupted in terms of you guys getting together. And I do feel like, he's maybe wanting to reach out and tease you a little bit. Okay, what else is on his mind when it comes to this connection? Why isn't anybody able to get his attention right now? Why is his mind so focused on you? Okay, so we have workplace romance. Dare I say you're away on a work trip, Divine Feminines? Okay, I feel like maybe the weekends are the times that you guys can't see each other, because maybe you work at the office and then it's like the dreaded weekend. When that comes around, he's just distracted at home over missing you, or, wherever it is you have to go back home to as well, Divine Feminine. And I was feeling that at the beginning of the reading, but I didn't want to say anything. But it is coming up in the cards here where I just feel like you guys are missing each other. The weekend is coming up, or there's something significant about tonight where he's just kind of zoning in and out of like, damn, I hate when I can't reach out. This card is really giving me strong energy about just being distracted over yearning for you and wanting you, because he's worried about who you're with, where you're going, where you're taking off to, the fact that he can't reach out, you can't even text back. And it's like he's left with all of these incredible thoughts of you, and the thought of you maybe spending time with anybody else just kind of makes him feel a little bit jealous and a little bit possessive. But definitely two people who work together, and I'm hearing that things are maybe getting more serious. And this card is telling me that he knows he has to have boundaries, or when the weekends does come around, you two know what the routine is, but somebody may be tempted tonight to break the routine. Maybe that's what they're so caught up over. That's what they're distracted over. Because I see somebody sitting down and shaking their knee. I'm also feeling like after spending all of this time together, you would think by now that the weekends wouldn't just go by with silence anymore. Does it really have to be this, what it is? Like, does it really have to be this way? Because he's now thinking that, when you are home, what does this mean for us? Is this something that you guys only do at work, in the work parking lots? I feel like your divine masculines are just distracted over the fact that, like, they're catching feelings for you, even though you two may have this understanding that, when you're together in this particular environment and you guys spend time together, but you guys might have that parking lot talk of, things are hard, things are difficult. You may carry these feelings for one another, but you have your own lives. And I do see this divine masculine here feeling like, the pressure of it all. They may very well have their own lives going on at home too, but I'm just getting that they're distracted from that tonight. That could be the person who's like, hello, did you hear what I said? Like, where are you tonight? What's wrong with you? You've hardly eaten dinner. Okay, so we have dreams come true. I just feel someone in a slump, okay? It's like ever since you two have connected, and I'm seeing crossing the lines, like you guys really do feel like you never should have crossed that line in terms of opening up what was platonic at one point to now exchanging the fact that you two think about each other when you're not together, when you're not around one another. I feel like at some point that might have been said, it might have been discussed. Again, boundaries were crossed, lines were crossed, and now your divine masculine sitting here like, in regret. Why did I have to make that move? Why did I take it there? And this is something that I feel like you two go through often on the weekend. Maybe when it comes down to the weekend, it's like every few months or so, you might get a text from him that tends to bring up the fact that you two shouldn't be doing this, and maybe you should spend less time together and less time talking. The reason he's doing that is because I feel like it's getting harder and harder for him to go without you wondering what it is you're doing. And that's the part I mean about catching feelings, right? It's like somebody has hope for you two being together. Like, you guys better be careful, whoever you two are, because if you guys are connected in other situations and you have to go back to those situations, and yet you wait for the work week to come so that you can see one another, you guys better be careful, because the energy I'm getting out of this is there's a masculine here who's really falling in love with you, divine feminines. And I think that for the most part, a lot of you who are in the feminine energy, you may just be a little bit in la la land here, thinking that it's either not as serious or everything's just kind of calm and cool right now. You're having a good time. But I do foresee something big about to occur, especially if we have somebody here who's starting to feel the frustrations adding up on the weekends. Okay? And this is what happens when you catch feelings for somebody, when you start exchanging sensual energy with somebody. Right? You think you can play it cool. You think you can go back to your own individual lives. It's not as easy. Right? People catch real feelings. And I feel like whoever this divine masculine is, maybe they were the ones who started this off thinking that, hey, it's all good. We got our lives. We can keep this casual. Yeah, well, guess what? You've done a good job of keeping it casual, but somebody is feeling like they miss you. They miss your sensuality. Now they're starting to feel jealous of maybe your spouse or your husband, when it's like, rightfully, that's the person that you're with. So I don't know, I'm just getting some deep waters here. I'm getting, tippy-toeing into deep waters, or, skating on thin ice, or falling through the ice into deep waters. Because, I'm definitely seeing a masculine here who they're zoning in and out, again, of memories with you. One moment it's making them feel, aroused, possessive over you, intimate. And then the next minute they're in this frustrated feeling of like, they know they can't reach out to you because it's the weekend. Okay. And this is definitely two people who are working together, and it's getting harder and harder for that time to roll around. Like, what happened to people feeling good about Friday? Yay. Friday, you get to go home, you get to chill. Somebody doesn't want to go home and chill. Somebody wants to be with you. But I'm just seeing that, again, when the weekends come around, that's not possible, because you guys go back to your own individual lives. So I feel like there's more about to unravel here as this connection deepens. All right? We'll keep an eye on it, all right? But that's what I have for you for now. You guys take it easy.